One day, you will look around you and realize that almost everything you have spent your life protecting no longer belongs to you. Your money will be spent. Even the people you love will eventually go their own way. That is when most people discover a shattering truth, but far too late. According to ancient wisdom, as we grow older, only three things truly belong to us. Three things that no one can steal, buy, or inherit. The problem is that the majority of human beings spend their lives chasing after everything else. When you understand what these three things are, your way of seeing old age, success, and even death will change forever. Growing old is a strange experience. When we are young, we believe we own many things: my house, my money, my career, my children. But with time, a silent reality appears. Objects wear out, bodies change, and what seemed permanent gradually reveals its fragile nature. We build our identity around things that are, in reality, only passing through. Yet, in the midst of this impermanence, there are three invisible treasures that become increasingly valuable with age. Many people only discover them at the end of their lives, looking back with regret. Today, we are going to explore these three things that no one can take away from you. The illusion of ownership. Imagine a man who spent 40 years of his life building something impressive: a beautiful house, a respected career, a well-stocked bank account, and successful children. From the outside, he has everything. And yet, at 68 years old, he lies awake at night plagued by a question he cannot formulate. What truly belongs to me? He has never asked this aloud because it is frightening. Think of everything you call yours right now. Ask yourself with real honesty, do you truly own them, or are you simply their temporary guardian? Your house could burn down, your body could fall ill, and your closest friends can move away or pass on. This isn't pessimism, it is reality. Ancient teachings call this fundamental reality impermanence. Everything in the material world is temporary, not just in a distant future, but right now, at every moment, like a river that flows without ever stopping. We spend the bulk of our energy protecting things that cannot be possessed. But within this total impermanence, there are exceptions. Three specific things grow with you instead of disappearing. 1. Wisdom, forged in lived experience. Imagine someone enters your home and steals everything that documents your life. Can they also steal what you felt the day you held your first child? Can they take back the profound lessons taught to you by your most painful mistakes? No. No one can enter your mind and erase what you have lived and understood. Every pain you overcome, every joy you feel deeply, every difficult relationship that forced you to grow, all of this settles within you in a precious form called wisdom. It is uniquely yours, impossible to copy or inherit. You can offer someone a fortune, but you cannot offer them your wisdom. They must go through their own trials to forge their own. There is a story of a powerful man who sought out an old monk known for his extraordinary serenity. "I want to buy what you possess," the man said. "What is your price?" The monk smiled gently. "What you seek is not for sale because it was not given to me. I forged it myself, night after night in the silence of my own inner storms. Every time I suffered and chose to seek the meaning behind the suffering, this path became mine." The older you get, the more this wisdom naturally accumulates, but only if you choose to reflect. Two people can go through exactly the same tragedy. One will emerge profoundly transformed and compassionate. The other will emerge bitter and convinced that life is unfair. Wisdom isn't just the act of living, it is the act of reflecting on what you have lived. 2. The quality of your presence. Since childhood, you were taught to measure your value from the outside in. Your grades, your appearance, and your salary established your worth. People run all their lives toward goals assigned to them from the outside. Then comes a specific moment, perhaps retirement, an illness, or a profound loss that forces a terrifying question. Who am I without all this? This is where the second thing enters the scene. Think of the people you never forget. You don't remember them because they were the richest. You remember them because when you were with them, you felt truly seen and truly heard. They had the rare quality of being entirely present. They truly listened. When you left them, something inside you felt calmer and lighter. Human beings are rarely where their bodies physically are. The body sits at the dinner table, but the mind is in the past, dwelling on a painful conversation, or in the future, anticipating a difficult meeting. This absence from oneself is a primary source of suffering. Presence is not an innate talent. It is a skill cultivated like a muscle you train. Unlike your savings or your physical health, the quality of your presence cannot be altered by external circumstances. You can lose everything and remain deeply present in the small moments you have left. With age, if cultivated consciously, your full and complete attention becomes the most precious gift you can offer the world. Do not wait for retirement to cultivate it. It must be built now, in the imperfect, busy life you lead today. 3. The state of your soul. There is a question so direct and central that we often prefer to avoid it. What state is your soul in right now? Not your career, not your finances. Your soul. Is it at peace, or is it at war with itself? Is it open and curious, or does it carry the invisible weight of unresolved resentment and pain? Imagine your soul as a mountain lake. When agitated by the wind, its surface is cloudy. But when the wind calms, the lake becomes a perfect mirror, reflecting the entire sky. The agitated thoughts, unexamined fears, and harbored resentments are the winds that trouble your surface. Crucially, this state does not depend on what happens to you. It depends on how you choose to respond to what happens to you. It is comfortable to say life was unfair or that others were luckier, but waiting for circumstances to change before taking care of your inner self is a trap. Inner peace is not a reward earned after you fix all your worldly problems. It is the starting point of a life lived with awareness. An Australian nurse who accompanied people in their final days asked them what they would change about their lives. The regrets on these deathbeds were universally similar. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard to the detriment of what truly mattered. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had let myself be happier. None of these regrets involve material wealth, fame, or power. They all involve the inner state, wisdom ignored, presence withheld, and the soul abandoned. Is it too late? If a large part of your life has been dedicated to chasing other goals, is the lost time unrecoverable? The answer is no. Science confirms with increasing precision that the human brain remains plastic until the end of life. You can rewire deeply ingrained habits at any age. Your mind is a living garden. Even if left abandoned for a long time, it can regain its profound beauty if tended to with care. Here is how you cultivate these 3 things in your daily, ordinary life. To cultivate wisdom, change how you look at your history. Don't romanticize it. Search for its meaning. Every trial taught you something. Ask yourself regularly, what did I learn this week about myself and how I want to live? To work on your presence, start with the simplest gestures. The next time you speak with someone, put your phone out of sight. Look them in the eyes. Listen without planning your next response. Let the rest of the world fade away for just a few minutes. To choose the state of your soul, decide every morning to create a space between what happens to you and how you react to it. It doesn't mean faking joy or denying pain. It means deciding not to let external circumstances entirely dictate your internal weather. In that tiny practice space resides your ultimate freedom. Aging is not a defeat against which we fight in vain. It is an invitation to unburden yourself of everything that was never truly yours. the borrowed identities, and the roles played for others. It is an opportunity to hold tightly to what was yours all along, your wisdom, your presence, and the state of your soul. These three things grow with you when everything else diminishes. They ensure that at the end of your life, you will be able to look back and say, I didn't just exist. I truly lived from the inside out. If a single sentence today resonated in a deep place, share this with someone who is moving too fast and has forgotten to look inward. Sometimes hearing the right truth at the right moment changes a life's trajectory. Leave a comment to share which of these three things speaks to you most deeply. Subscribe if you want to continue exploring these inner territories. Next time, we will delve into how our unconscious thoughts secretly govern our most important decisions and how to take the controls back.